Listen, guys, we will start with the session. See, first, let us understand basically what is a cost accounting, how it will works, and everything. First, I have a question to you. Basically, you became a qualified person. I will take an immediate question of how the cost will works. See, first thing, if you take cost as an expenses, if you think cost is an expenses, then it is a wrong understanding. Cost is not an expense. Okay, here from accounting perspective, we need to change it slightly. First, let us understand this. You guys have become a qualified cost and management accountant. Once you become a qualified cost and management accountant, you want to go for the employment. That will be the one option with you. You can go for an employment. While once you become a qualified CMA in another 2 years of time frame as you're doing Inter right now, maybe at that time you may get a package of 80,000 per month. 80,000 per month, you may get a package per month as an employment. And if you become a qualified CMA, you will be having two options. One is going towards an employment, work under some other people, or you will practice on your own, you will give employment to other people. That is about the practice. While you are doing a practice, you may get 1 lakh per month. While going for an employment, you will get 80,000 standard, no risk, nothing. You will go for a job at 9 o'clock, you will leave the job at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock. That is no risk, you will be getting 80,000 per month. But for the practice, you need to work hard, you need to take the client, you need to take the payment from the client, and you need to work more and more. Apart from that employment, you need to go for more. Now, which option you will choose? Which option you guys will choose? Everyone should unmute your mic and tell me whether you will go for an employment or whether you will come for a practice. Whether you will go for an employment or whether you will go for a practice. Which is the thing? You want to take more risk, or you just want to handle the risk and you just go for an employment and enjoy that 80,000. How will you decide on this? Whether I want to go for an employment or whether you want to go for a practice, whether on what terms you will see. Basically, monetary terms, correct? Basically, whether you will get a good money over there or good time and responsibility over there. So now you guys unmute and tell me, then only I will move on. Whether you will go for an employment for 80,000, you satisfied, or you want a practice for that little extra 20,000.
Sir, I will go for practice, sir.
You will go for a practice. Abhishek said he will go for a practice. Then Kavyansh, unmute your mic and tell me.
Employment போறேன் sir.
Employment. You want employment. You don't want to take the risk. See, don't take the risk. I'm telling. Today, I will tell you. What is this number? What is this number?
98,000.
Which is a risk I taken. Today, I lost this 98,000 in the stock market. Reality. If you want, I can show you. Show me. I will show you the proof. Wait, just hold on. What is the value it is showing?
மைனஸ்ல காட்டுது.
The minus means it's loss.
Okay, 97,000.
97,000 is a loss. Done. Gone in one day completely. That is a risk I taken. Higher the risk, higher the loss. They will say higher the risk, higher the profit. No, higher the risk, higher the loss is also the other side of the coin. Yeah, come and tell me. Employment. See, even I lost 98,000. How I am smiling and taking the classes immediately in the next session. You should always take the responsibilities. Yeah, come back. Abhi, where? Kavyansh going for employment. Then what about other people? What about other people? Employment. Sikla is going for an employment. Hmm. Then
Practice, sir.
who said practice? Afra.
Yeah.
Hmm. Afra want to go for a practice. Then
I'm going for employment.
Rajesh is want to go for an employment. Hmm. Are you already in employment? Now you want to going for an employment only. Yeah. Tell me. Then who is the one more guy is left?
Employment, sir.
Employment. Okay. I'm very much happy. I convinced most of the people to go for an employment. Only my students, those who already studied under me, is only choosing that practice. The new students are choosing that employment. I surely convinced you people. Here, why you choose employment? I want a reason. I want the basic. What is the basic reason why you choose that employment? Just one point. I'm choose this for that. I'm choosing that. How you take that decisions? How you take the decisions? I will tell you a practical way of understanding how you take the decisions. First, we'll start with Kavyansh. First, we'll start with Kavyansh. Ah,
9 to 5 job.
9 to 5 job. That is a 9 to 5 job is a benefit you are having. Correct? That is a benefit you will be having. Then what about other people? What about other people? Just think. Subhashini. Don't worry, you guys will never come in the recordings. Okay, recordings is only live, only you will be having your faces. In recordings, no person will have the face. Only me, I will be having my face in the recording. Tell me. Tell me that.
Opportunity.
Rajesh, yeah, tell me.
There are more opportunities there in the manufacturing sector.
More opportunity is there in the manufacturing sector. More on manufacturing sectors for CMA. 100% acceptable. Then, this is a benefit you are having. Fine. Then what about Subhashini? Subhashini, Afra.
Monthly salary கண்டிப்பா கிடைக்கும் அதனால சார்.
Monthly salary. Fixed monthly. Fixed salary. Fixed salary.
Some time.
You want leave some time. Perfect. Acceptable. Then, what about this Afra and Abhishek? Abhishek,
So just
why
I
you choose practice now? There are four people. Them why they choose employment? Four people.
simple things, sir. I just enjoy my own freedom.
Enjoy your own freedom. Not for money. Enjoy your own freedom. Okay. Then Afra,
New things கத்துக்கலாம் சார்
you
நிறைய.
you can learn about the new things. You can explore and you are not fixed into once like a donkey. You will not fix like in one thing. You can explore the wider world. That thing will be possible. So these are the thing. This is a benefit for you. See, basically here everyone will choose different things. The people who choose employment, you said, what are the benefits? You said leave, time, new thing, fixed salary. I will take this. Fixed salary is the primary goal. Most of the people will go because some people, those who are already married or those who already having many commitments, they don't want to take a risk. They will only go for a fixed salary so that they will ensure that uncertainty of that. Okay, so they will go for, assume in our case, our fixed salary in our case is going to be 80,000. This is a decision you guys will take. See, before taking any decisions, either in a life or either in an exams or either in your any way, always go for CB analysis. What analysis? CB analysis. What is CB analysis? CB analysis is cost and benefit analysis. See, if I want to choose something, benefits should be more than cost, then I can go with that. If my benefits is less than cost, then I should not choose that. Always, either in a life or either in any way, always go for a benefit, cost benefit analysis. In this case, Abhishek, or in this case, Subhashni, Sasikala, and Kavyansh, and Rajesh have taken employment. Employment means you guys is thinking employment you will be getting 80,000. You think this is a benefit. But for that, what you are going to sacrifice? If you go for option A, you are enjoying this. If you go for this, you will be enjoying 1 lakh. For that, how much you are ready to sacrifice? What you sacrificed? You sacrifice the practice worth of 1 lakh. 1 lakh is going to be a sacrifice you are making. So this sacrifice becomes your cost. What sacrifice you are making? This cost is nothing but what cost? Opportunity cost. What is opportunity cost in your schooling you are learned? The next best alternative. The next best alternative is going for a practice that you are losing today. So that becomes your cost. If I say cost means cost is not an expense. Cost is not an I can say accounting term. Cost is like an expense. No, cost is nothing but a sacrifice. Cost is nothing but a sacrifice. That is a primary goal. You should store it in your memory. Okay. So always think here your benefit is 80,000 and your cost is 1 lakh. So benefit is less than cost. You should not go for an employment. You should only go for a practice. It should always be evaluated in the monetary terms. Non-monetary terms, you should not come into the business perspective. For human perspective, non-monetary terms like a benefits of leave, a time that can be taken. But when it comes to a practical purpose, when it comes to evaluation, then your benefit should always be more than cost. Otherwise, you should not go and choose that option. Even if you still choose this option, see, in employment, the increment is limited. While in practice, this month you will get 1 lakh. Next month you may get 5 lakh easily. Next month you may get 80,000. Next month you may get 20,000. On an average, you will get a 1 lakh. On an average, you may get a 1 lakh. Okay, so always go for a benefit should be more than cost. I will ask a next question. You guys are coming. One guys are coming from a temple where I am visiting those places. One temple, the one few guys are coming. And as I was a HNI. HNI means high net worth individual. You guys are high net worth. Assume you guys are high net worth individual who is having a simple bank account of 10 lakh. 10 lakh and they are coming and approaching you to make a donation of 5 lakh or to make a donation of 1 lakh. You are also happily going to give this 1 lakh to the people, to the temple people. You are going to give the entire 1 lakh. Now you guys tell me, this 1 lakh you are sacrificing, this 1 lakh you are sacrificing, this 1 lakh you sacrificed for a donation purpose, whether it is a cost or it is not a cost. Whether it is a cost or not a cost. Whether is it a cost or not a cost. Think and answer. I am going to give a donation. I am going to give a personal donation to the temple of rupees 1 lakh. Whether it is a cost or not a cost. Think and answer.
Not a cost.
Not a cost. Why not a cost?
Because it's charity, they're giving charity.
It is giving for a charity. Okay. Even if it is giving for a charity, that not becomes my cost. Okay. Then what is cost? Then what is cost? Write along with me the cost definition. Take a pen and paper and write along with me. The cost definition is, cost means any sacrifice made for the purpose of carrying on business. See, you guys, you can use multiple color pens to write, or else you will write it in same pen and box it. Whatever the different colors I'm using, red colors I'm using, means just box it. Business or profession which could be quantified. Quantified means valuable. Quantified in monetary terms. In monetary terms. What are the keywords? The keywords are, what is a cost? A cost is nothing but any sacrifice made for the purpose of carrying on a business. To do the day-to-day activities of the business or the profession, you should make a sacrifice that should be measurable in a monetary term. Then only it becomes a cost. For example, I am paying a salary to the people. Okay, I am paying a rent to my academy. Every month I am paying a rent to my academy. Whether it is going to happen or not, I am going to pay 10,000 per month for my academy rent. So you guys think salary, come on, salary. Is there any sacrifice we are making? Every month we are paying 10,000 to the employees. Okay, that is a sacrifice we made. And what is a purpose of carrying on business? It is a, for what purpose I'm going to give it? For only business or either for service purpose I'm going to give. Whether it is can be able to identify in monetary terms, yes, it is going to be identified in the monetary terms. So I can say salary, rent and all is a cost. In cost accounting, it is a cost. In the chapter of accounting, financial accounting, it becomes expenses. Are you guys able to understood? Are you guys able to understood? Now, why we want to learn the cost? Why we want to learn the cost? If I learn simply cost means there are many types of cost is there, right? So if I learn the cost, then 100% I want to go for some classification. See, here there is a classification between male and female. There is a classification between faculty and the student. There is a classification between manager and assistant manager. There is a classification between a topper and average student. There is a classification between many things. Okay, so in the same way, we will be having a cost classification. Next heading, give a heading, cost classification. It is cost and classification. What is the purpose of the cost? It is having the purpose. Everything will have a purpose in life. In the same way, cost is also having a purpose. Purpose of the cost is to go for three things. One is stock valuation. Why I want to go for cost? I will segregate them into three categories. One is stock valuation and profit computation. Stock valuation and profit computation. Come on. Under stock valuation and profit computation, just listen and then I will give time to write. Under stock valuation and profit computation, we are going to learn three things. Four things I can say. Listen. Four things. One is study of expired and unexpired cost. Study of expired and unexpired cost. What and all, everything word by word we are going to discuss. Okay, expired cost and unexpired cost. Then we will be study of product and period cost. Then we will be studying of manufacturing, admin, selling and distribution cost. See, if I write like this, it is mean distribution. I will write something like this. If I will not write depreciation, I will write depreciation. Overhead spelling is this. I will write like this, overheads. Okay, this is a shortcuts. We'll use it in handwriting so that we will save some time. Okay, and the next thing is, in exams, don't write like this. In exam, this is not allowed. Okay, in exams, you should write it in full form. You should not, shortcuts is not allowed. Manufacturing, admin and selling distribution cost, selling and distribution cost. Next one will be job and unit cost. The study of job costing, the study of unit costing, everything will comes under the purpose of stock valuation and profit computation. Okay, to identify the profit, we need to either know expired or unexpired cost. The examples, expired, unexpired, everything we'll learn. Just we'll try to go for a mapping. Then number two, will be having something to make for a decision making. For the purpose of decision making, how you should interpret it? How should interpret it? Cost classification is divided into three. One is for the purpose of stock valuation and profit computation. We know about four costs. What is the four costs? Expired and unexpired cost. Even if you are in mic, open your mouth and say what is the cost we are having under the cost classification for the purpose of stock valuation and profit computation. Kavyans, don't keep your hand like this, otherwise you will get a sleep. Otherwise time is already 8 o'clock. You will be having some hungry over there. Your face is showing something. You are hungry. You want to take some snacks. Yeah, come back. No. Cost classification is for the purpose of stock valuation and profit computation is having four things. One is expired cost and unexpired cost, product versus period cost, manufacturing, admin and selling distribution cost, job and unit cost. These are the four categories we are going to learn. Under decision making purpose, we are going to learn again the same four things. Again, same four things we are going to learn. Yes. Number one will be your most important thing is your variable, fixed and semi-variable cost. Variable, fixed and semi-variable cost. Next one, you will be having something called sunk cost. Next one you are having called opportunity cost. For the purpose of decision making, whether it is to be done or not to be done, whether it is to be procurement or not to be procured, we need to judge it based on this. Right along with me? Right now along with me? Yes, we will be having stock valuation and profit computation. We have four costs. Repeat with me so that it will store it in your memory. Expired cost and unexpired cost, and product cost and period cost, manufacturing, admin, selling and distribution overhead, job and unit cost. Totally we are going to study expired, unexpired, product, period, manufacturing, admin, selling, distribution, job and unit. So total 10 costs we are going to learn. On that, the comparison between expired and unexpired will be one combo, product and period will be one combo, manufacturing, admin, selling and distribution will be a one combo, and job and unit costing will be a one combo. Then with respect to decision making, we'll be having three things. One is variable, fixed and semi-variable cost, study of sunk cost, study of opportunity cost, study of marginal cost. The study of marginal cost I will be handling while I'm handling a chapter called marginal costing. Then, what is the third purpose? The third purpose is to control the cost. Third purpose is to control the cost. Controlling of cost is very much important in the today world. So, we will be having control cost. So, if I am having control cost, then it is all about controllable and uncontrollable. Controllable and uncontrollable. Controllable and uncontrollable cost. This is what your entire costing is about. If you know all this cost, costing becomes easier for you. If you know the understanding of all this cost, the entire costing is going to be revolved around this entire topic. Are you guys able to understood this? First, now we will be getting into our first concept, which is expired and unexpired cost. Okay. Don't write anything, just listen to me. That is more than sufficient. Wherever I say write it in your notebook, just put it in a notes format and write it. Unexpired and expired cost. I'll give you with an example. The example is we are having a purchases, correct? Purchases I am making 1000 kgs at rupees 10 per kg. At rupees 10 per kg. Sold 800 kgs at rupees 20 per kg. So 1000 into 10, which is 10,000. 800 into 20, which is 16,000. Then what is my profit is? What is my profit is? Sales is for 16,000. I purchase it for 10,000. So my profit is 16,000. Think and answer. Is it correct? Is it correct? Think and answer. Is it correct or not? Sasikala, you can unmute your mic and tell me, think and answer, take your time and think and answer whether it is correct or not. Whether it is correct or not. Correct, huh? Hmm. Then what about Kavyansh? What about Afra? Is it correct or not? Take your time. Even those who are watching in a recorded mode also, you can also think and answer it. Is it correct or not? Think, think, think. Open your eyes and think and answer. Okay. What about Abhishek?
Correct answer.
Correct. What about Subhashini? Don't say correct. Tell me what is your honest answer.
Sir, 1000 kg purchase பண்றாங்க
ம்
10,000 தான் வாங்குறாங்க.
ம்
சோல்வ் பண்ணும்போது 800 kgs தான்.
ம்
ருபீஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 20 அது வந்து பர்ச்சேஸோட அதிகமாக தான் சார் இருக்கு.
சரி. எஸ் கரெக்ட் இருக்கு. பட் you can compare whether you will compare 800 kgs with 1000 kg. This comparison is possible. 1000 kg you purchased na, only 800 kgs you sold, correct? You still left with 200 kgs worth. 200 kgs is with you. How you can arrive that as a profit? So you cannot able to compare 800 kgs with 1000 kg. It is completely wrong. Whatever the profit we said, it is completely wrong. Then what we need to do? What is the total cost we incurred? 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 10,000. Open amount 10,000 we incurred. In this, we want to divide them into two. We want to divide them into two. One is something called cost of goods sold. What is cost of goods sold? In short, it is called COGS. Means the goods I'm selling now, what is that cost price? See, 800 I'm selling it for 20 na, the 20 rupees is going to be my selling price. Correct? On the same way, for 800 kgs, to purchase 800 kgs, how much I spent? 10 rupee per kg I spent to purchase the same 800 kg. So in the same way, what you need to do, 800 kgs into rupees 10 becomes how much? Gives you how much? Rupees how much? 800 into 10 da. 800 into 10 is
8,000 sir.
8,000 rupee. So this 8,000 rupee is the cost of the goods sold. How much is unsold? How much is unsold? How much is unsold? Unsold becomes closing stock. Unsold becomes my closing stock. Correct? If I'm not selling, that becomes my closing stock. If that becomes my closing stock, how much is a closing stock?
2000.
200 kg multiple by, you need to multiply it by only 10, not 20. Are you guys able to understood? Because 200 is not even sold na. So you will be getting what? You will be getting what? You will be getting 2000. You will be getting 2000. Now you guys think and tell me which I will carry forward to the next year, which I will close it in this year itself. Which I will carry it for the next month or the next year, which I will close it in this year itself. 8,000 I will close it in this year, or 2,000 I will close it in this year.
8,000.
8,000 I will be closing in this year. So it will leaves this year. this amount of 8,000 will leave, will get closed. This 2,000 will be transferred to next year or next month. Correct? If it is a closing stock of this month, it will be carried forward to the next month. If it is a closing stock for this year, it will be carried forward to the next year. So whatever leaves this year becomes your expired cost. What you are going to leave this year becomes your expired cost. What you are carrying it forward to the next year becomes your unexpired cost. The cost which I incurred, now what is the total cost I incurred? 10,000 I incurred. What is the cost I incurred? 10,000 I incurred. 10,000, out of which 8,000 is going to be used it in this year. 2,000 is not used. 2,000 is not expired. Not expired becomes my unexpired. Not expired becomes my unexpired. That is going to be your unexpired cost. So basically in costing, what is a formula? In costing, what is a formula? What is a formula for profit? What is a formula for profit of current year? CY means current year. What is the profit for the current year? Current year is equal to sales minus expired cost. What is it called? Now you will tell me the profit. Now you guys tell me the profit. What is your sales? Sales is for how much? 16,000. Correct? On that, what is the expired cost? 8,000. Now you guys tell me how much is a profit? I made a profit of 8,000. My profit is not 6,000. My profit is 8,000. Are you guys able to understand this? Okay, I'm 100% agreeing with your answers. Whatever the thinking you are having, it is 100%. Till this moment, it is correct. From now onwards, it's going to change. Why? Because this costing is the very first time you are going to learn it in Inter. Correct? If you are not in foundation, if you are directly coming and sitting in an inter curriculum, after completing your foundation also, you will be having a very basic concept. If you are a college graduate who studied last 5 years and then you're kickstarting your preparation, it's 100% completely fine. No worries. Whether you are saying correct or wrong, I'm not going to scold you anything. I'm going to explain you in depth. That's it. Okay, that's a main goal. So my profit is not 6,000. So this is not correct. No, not correct. Why? Because we have a separate reason. So what is your expired cost? Write along with me. Expired cost are those cost. Expired cost are those cost which are charged. Which are charged against. Which are charged against current year. Which are charged against current year. Next one. What is meant by an unexpired cost? Unexpired cost or carried forward. Unexpired cost or carried forward to next accounting year. Next accounting year. Carried forward. Done. Then we will be having, can we put it in trading account? Everybody will know the accounts are basic accounts. You have memorized in your schooling. Memorized in your schooling or college. What we need to do? First thing, we need to write two purchases. How much is the two purchases? We purchase 1000 kg for 10 rupee, which is going to become 10,000 rupee. Okay. And then how much is a sale? How much is a sale? By sale, you are purchasing 800 kg into 20 rupee, which is going to give you 16,000 rupee. And what is your closing stock? I will never say from my word, closing stock is a direct income. I will never say this. Closing stock is not even an income. Okay. Closing stock is not even an income, which is 2,000. Correct? Which is 2,000. Now tell me what is your gross profit? Now tell me what is your gross profit? 18,000. Here you will put 18,000. It has deficit by. Now you guys think and tell me, debit side is more, credit side is more. Now I becomes your financial accounting teacher. Debit side is more or credit side is more? Debit is higher, credit is higher. Debit credit credit is higher, debit is higher. Credit is higher. If credit is higher, how much is in excess? How much excess in credit side?
8,000.
8,000. That only you should write it on the credit side. So if credit exceeds, it will give you a credit balance. If you are writing here 8,000 means it is not debit balance. Erase it from your memory. If you are writing on the debit side means it is not a debit balance. Okay. Balance means which side is higher. Debit side is not higher. Credit side is only higher. Credit side is higher by what value? 8,000. So that 8,000 only we will be writing over here. But for our namesake purpose, we will be writing 8,000 over here. This 8,000 becomes your what? To gross profit. You know about the golden rules, correct? What is the golden rules of accounting? Nominal account shows debit what all expenses and losses, credit all income and gain, correct? What is a gain here? 8,000 is a gain. 8,000 gain should be shown on which side? Credit side. So this is what the primary goal of showing a gross profit. Gross profit will be showing credit balance. If you are writing over here, if you just write carry down, carry down is not a balance. Only brought down will be treated as a balance. Are you guys having a clarity? Are you guys having a clarity? Yes. Now, see, now I will tell you one more thing. What is the word we write it over here? What is the word we write it over here? COGS. Correct? COGS. Okay, va? Cost of goods sold. How we got this 8,000? It is nothing but, what is this value? What is this value? 10,000 on the debit side. Debit side 10,000. Credit side 2,000. Which side is higher? Debit side is higher by 8,000. Debit side is higher by 8,000. That becomes your COGS. So, COGS is nothing but purchase minus closing stock. Purchase minus closing stock. See, this is a basic level 1 formula. Okay, I am not going deep into it. In accounting, in financial accounting, I will teach you level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. This formulas I will teach you in which way? In a financial accounting paper. Okay, in this, it is the concept. So, what is the note you want to write? Write it. Take your paper, take your notebook and write it. Note. Number 1. Profit is not equal to sales minus cost. You said, nah, that is wrong. That is 10,000, 16,000 minus 10,000, 6,000 profit is a wrong. Profit is not equal to sales minus cost. But profit is equal to sales minus expired cost. What is an expired cost? We already discussed. Expired cost are those costs which are charged, which is a keyword you should write. Whatever that I'm writing in red color is a keyword. Charge against the current year. Okay, charge against the current year. What is an unexpired cost? It is carried forward to the next year. Are you guys able to understand this? Are you guys able to understand this? Now, shall we go for one more thing? Shall we go for product versus period cost learning? Shall we go for product and period cost? Are you ready? Oh, okay. With that product and period cost, I will complete my session. That will give you 10 to 15 minutes explanation and then I will complete the session. Now we will be getting into, give a heading guys, product cost and period cost. Product cost and period cost. Example. Write an example along with me. Write an example along with me. Just quickly write. Don't write full form material. Just write M. Wages. This was the question. Your material, wages, admin, selling, expenses, everything is going to be 1 lakh. Correct? Now, you guys think an answer. 1 lakh is going to be the cost. Correct? How much is a production I am making? By incurring 1 lakh rupee, I am making a production of 10,000 units. 10,000 units means you can take 10,000 pens, something. I'm production at 10,000 pens. Instead of units, we can go for tens or something. We'll take units itself. 10,000 units. You think 10,000 divided by 1 lakh or 1 lakh divided by 10,000. 1 lakh divided by 10,000. This is 1 lakh rupee. This is in units. Is going to give you what? 10 rupee per unit. 10 rupee per unit. 10 rupee per unit. Correct? What is the topic we are discussing? Product cost and period cost. Now you guys think and tell me 10 rupee is your production cost. Production cost per unit. This is correct or not correct? Whether it is correct or not correct. Whether it is not correct. Whether it is correct or not correct. I am asking you people whether it is correct or not correct.
Sir, can you tell me the question again, sir?
The thing is, my production cost per unit is going to be 10 per unit. Is it correct or not correct?
Not, sir.
Not correct. Why not correct? Because we are only making 10,000 units. That production is 10,000, 1 lakh. So whether the production cost is going to be 10 rupee per unit or not. 10 rupee per unit or not. 10 rupee per unit or not. Listen. The thing is, what the topic we are learning? We are learning a topic of product cost. See, first let us understand the learning of expired and unexpired now. Now, what is the total cost incurred? 1 lakh. What is the total cost incurred? 1 lakh. On that 1 lakh, what is your COGS? How much is your closing stock? COGS means units sold. How many units they are selling? 8,000 units. 8,000 units. How much is still left? I produced 10,000 I produced 10,000 calculators. On that 8,000 calculators is over. How much is still left? 2,000. Correct? Huh? 2,000 into this. Now we need to multiply by 10. Why we need to multiply it by 10? Because 1 lakh is a production cost. We produce 10,000 units, which is having a formula of production cost plus overheads divided by production units, which will give you 10 rupee. Okay, va? So that 10 rupee means 80,000. 80,000 becomes your expired cost. As per the previous thing, 80,000 becomes your expired cost. The closing stock of 2,000 into 10 of 20,000 becomes your unexpired cost. Correct? That's what we have done it in the previous question. Correct? Correct? So my question is whether is it correct or not correct? Answer my question. I will give you 60 seconds to think. This is what the topic, this is what the thing. Just think and give me the answer. I always want everybody to think. Tell me, guys. Think and answer. By putting in your memory, what is a word I write? Product cost. What is a word I write? Period cost. Think from that perspective. Answer. I want an answer.
It is not correct.
It is not correct. Why, sir?
Actually, the selling cost and other, it is not relevant to.
Perfect. Super. The selling cost, and admin cost is not even relevant to the product, correct? For to make a product, that is not relevant. To make the product, only materials is required, labor is required. Okay, office expense, admin expense means employee expense, office expense. Okay, that expenses is not even required. So, what is the notes I want to write? See, leave some space to write this half, like 3 to 10 lines, and then write a note. Most important note. Stock should be. Should be means compulsory in artham. Should be means what? Compulsory. Should be valued at manufacturing cost. What cost? It should be valued at manufacturing cost, not total cost. Not total cost. For the purpose of stock valuation, for the purpose of stock valuation, we should consider only manufacturing cost. We should consider only manufacturing cost. So what is a note here? Administration cost and selling cost. Selling cost means advertisement expenses basically, and distribution cost, marketing, like transportation from one place to go down to retailer, wholesaler to retailer, retailer to consumer, that should be ignored. What? Ignore it. Ignored. For what purpose? For stock valuation. You incur total cost, but for the purpose of stock valuation, for the purpose of inventory valuation, eliminate it. Now, how to identify cost per unit? I hope you guys have written. If you want, I can just immediately show you. Just take a quick snap. If you are not writing, just pick a screenshot of it. Because in our app, you cannot be able to take a screenshot. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you want, you can just take a quick screenshot of this note. Yes. Now, come to this cost per unit. How to find cost per unit? The formula is very simple. Write a formula along with me. The formula is manufacturing cost divided by units manufactured. Manufacturing cost divided by units manufactured. Divided by units manufactured. Now you guys think and tell me what and all is required to manufacture a cost. Mainly two things. One is material, one is wages. In our example, how much is the material, how much is the wages? Material and wages put together come for 50 and 30 combo. So 50 and 30, which eventually comes, how much is the total manufacturing cost? Total manufacturing cost. TMC means total manufacturing cost. Total manufacturing cost. How much is the total manufacturing cost? 80,000. On that, how much is the units produced? How much is the units I am producing? 10,000. On that, what is the value? 80,000 divided by 10,000, not minus, it is divided by, how much is divided by? Very easy, da. 8 rupee na? 8 rupee. So, what is this 8 rupee is called? Manufacturing cost per unit. What is it called? Manufacturing cost per unit. In that, now you think and tell me how much is the total cost I incurred? Total cost I incurred is only 80,000. 20,000 is for the selling purpose and admin purpose. 80,000 is for the product cost. Correct? That 80,000, now we need to divide it into two. Now we need to divide it into two. Okay, what two things we need to divide? One is COGS, one is closing stock. Now tell me, how much is a COGS? COGS is going to be 8,000 units, 8,000 units. How much is a closing stock? Closing stock is going to be 2,000 units. COGS means what? Cost of the goods sold. Sold units. What is the sold units? Sold units is 8,000 units. That we need to take. That need to multiply it by the manufacturing cost. How much is a manufacturing cost? 8 rupees a manufacturing cost. Now you guys think and tell me 8,000 into 8, which gives you what? 64,000 rupee. 2,000 into 8, which gives you 16,000 rupee. Are you guys able to understood this? Are you guys able to understood this? Okay. Now this 64,000 is going to leave this year, correct? Because we sold it. It is going to leave this year. So this 64,000 is going to become my expired cost. How much is still unexpired? 16,000 is going to become my unexpired cost. This is with respect to previous understanding of expired and unexpired. Are you able to understood this? Done. Perfect. Once we are done, now we will be getting into accounting concept, because we study cost accounting, we analyze the cost. Now we will go for cost accounting. You guys think and tell me, this is our trading account. This is our trading account. In that, what is the first thing we need to write? To material. To material. What is the to material we incurred? 50,000. Basically, I'm preparing a manufacturing account. To wages. How much we are incurred? 30,000. What is the selling price? What is the selling price? Selling price is 8,000. See, come on. What is the selling price? 8,000 units. 8,000 units into 15 rupee. 8,000 into 15. 8,000 into 15. Take a calculator and tell me the answer. What you got? 1.2. 1.2. 1 lakh 20,000. 1 lakh 20,000. On that, how much is unsold? How much is unsold? 16,000. Which side is higher? Debit is higher, credit is higher? Credit is higher. How much is credit is higher? 1 lakh 36,000 minus 80,000. How much is higher in the credit side? How much is higher in the credit side?
56,000.
56,000. Correct? 56,000 is higher in the credit side. So if I write how much is excess, which is having 56,000, 56,000 is going to become your gross profit. Here it is going to be a gross profit brought down, which is going to be 56,000. On that, what is the other expenses you incurred? You are enjoying 56,000 profit. No, you are paying some salary, which will be treated them as an admin expenses. To the cost of 10,000 you are paying. Then two, selling expenses. Advertisement expenses becomes my selling expense. That also you are paying 10,000 to them. From 56,000, you are going to pay 10,000, 10,000 each. So how much you still left with? How much you still left with?
36,000.
36,000 becomes your net profit. Correct? This is what accounting concept is. Correct? Now you guys think an answer. Now you guys think an answer to manufacture a product. This gross profit is also called product profit. What is it also called? Gross profit is also known as what profit? Product profit. Because from a product purchase and selling, I'm making a profit, right? So if a business wants to be a good business, they want to have a good gross profit. If you are only having a net profit positive and gross profit negative, means that is a worst company in the manufacturing. Because I cannot sell a product at a loss and making a profit, because in a P&L account, here you can write commission income, here you can write profit on sale of asset, everything you can write it over here. Then you can easily show and manipulate the profit. That profit manipulation will not be there. Okay, that will not be there. Now the thing is, these two things, material is your product cost. What is it? material and wages of 80,000 is your product cost. On that 16,000 is going to be carried forward to the next year, becomes your unexpired cost. So out of 86,000, think an answer. Out of 80,000, how much is expired? How much is unexpired? 16,000. How much is expired then? How much is expired then? 64,000 is expired. On this 80, 64,000 becomes my expired cost, and then remaining 16,000 becomes my unexpired cost, which is going to be my closing stock. So this 64,000 we are not carried forward to the next year. So this leaves from this year. Put together, they call them as a product cost. Individually, 64,000 is your expired cost, 16,000 as an unexpired cost, which will be transferred to the next year. And you will end up in 36,000 profit. So what is the conclusion here I want to make? A product cost will be my unexpired cost. From a product cost only I can able to take an unexpired cost to the extent of closing stock. Write with me, to the extent of closing stock. See, which is going to leave this year? This entire 10,000, entire selling expense 10,000, it is going to be going to this year. I'm paying it for the entire this period. So this is going to become my product cost. This is going to become my period cost. Sorry, it is not product cost, it is period cost. Okay, now come back. Just give me 5 more minutes. I will quickly complete it. Yeah, we are on time. We are correctly on time. Yeah, we will be completing this. Which we will be having period cost. What is the period cost? All the period cost, full period cost, all the period cost is going to be your expired cost. All the period cost is going to expire in this year. All the product cost to a certain amount of closing stock is going to be an unexpired cost. To the remaining value, what the remaining value we are having? To the remaining value of COGS on the product cost, we divided into two. Closing stock valuation becomes my unexpired cost, and the COGS cost becomes my expired cost. All the period cost are my expired cost. So what is your conclusion? Take your notebook and differentiate between two, which is your product cost and which is your period cost. Okay, va? On that product cost, write down first point. Hey, I forgot to mention one more thing regarding our introduction session. Right now only once I seen the color only is going to come. In examination, we are going to use a black ballpoint pen. Okay, va? As you know, other people will know that we are only going to use a black ballpoint pen for a CMA examination. For CA examination, only black is allowed. For CMA examination, both blue pen and black pen is allowed. But we prefer to go with the black ballpoint pen. Are you guys able to understood? Kavyansh, don't sleep. Sit straight, Kavyansh. You are not sleeping. Interact with me. Yeah. The thing is, you are only going to write it in black color ballpoint pen. Done? Yes. Come back. Write your notes along with me. Today you need to submit your notes. Write it. Product cost or those cost considered for stock valuation. Period cost are not considered for stock valuation. We are not considering the period cost for to compute the product profit. Number 2, all manufacturing cost or product cost. All manufacturing cost or product cost. All manufacturing cost or product cost. Then all non-manufacturing cost which is not helpful in our production. All non-manufacturing cost or period cost. All non-manufacturing cost becomes your period cost. Number 3, period cost, product cost appears in trading account. Appears in trading account. See, manufacturing cost is also called factory cost, which is happening in the factory now. So they will be using the word, in accounting we'll use the word manufacturing, in costing they will use the word factory cost. Factory cost. See, you may have a doubt. Till when it is a manufacturing cost? Till when it is a manufacturing cost? Time of RM. What is RM? What is RM? What is RM? What is RM? Raw material. RM means raw material. WIP means work in progress. FG means finished goods. Okay, va? RM means raw material, WIP means work in progress, FG means finished goods. From a time of raw material, from a time of making a flour, okay, from a making of a flour till we are making any full FG product, till the time, till packing, from raw material till packing becomes your manufacturing cost. This is a most important note for your exam purpose. Okay, this short word is most important to compute it. Then come back to this. It will appears in trading account. Period cost will appears in P&L account. It will appears in P&L account. So the next thing will be product cost expires. Product cost expires to the extent of goods sold. To the extent of goods sold and remains unexpired. Remains unexpired to the extent of closing stock. To the extent of closing stock. Period cost expires. Period cost expires fully. Basically, office rent, factory rent, office rent. You are paying office rent. You are paying a factory rent. Factory rent will be came under manufacturing cost. Office rent will not be a manufacturing cost. Okay, factory rent is going to be a manufacturing cost. Office rent is not going to be a manufacturing cost because office rent is going to come under the admin category. Factory rent is going to come under the manufacturing cost category or the production cost category. So with this, we completed our today's session. Done with our today's session with 1 hour of deep learning about the concept. In this, we have completed expired cost, unexpired cost, product cost, and then period cost. 4 costs we completed it. Okay. So from tomorrow's session, we will be learning a manufacturing cost, we will be learning admin cost, we will be learning selling and distribution cost. And then we'll go for job and unit, and then we'll go for variable, semi-variable, and then we'll go for sunk cost. Sunk cost I will cover it lately. Opportunity cost also I will cover it lately. Controllable and uncontrollable cost I will cover. And then this 3 cost I will cover it lately. Okay, sunk cost, opportunity cost, and then marginal cost I will cover it lately. And then the remaining controllable and uncontrollable while we're doing that budgetary control problem. At the time, we will be learning this controllable and uncontrollable cost. Okay, for tomorrow's discussion, we will be having manufacturing, admin, selling and distribution, job and unit, variable, semi-variable and fixed overhead, and that's it. Once we have done, then immediately we are jumping on to a new chapter by tomorrow itself with the topic of marginal costing. Are you guys able to understood this? Yes. With this signing off of Sudarshan, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.